Kosmosfeet aan de zinder, dat gezicht naar de gorm. Als we dit is begon, dan ben op de bravo. Ik kan niet te doen, maar ik kan ook niet. Als we dit is begon, die een aanwezig elkaar. Ik ben zo in die vijf, ik wil niet meer moeilijk. Als we dit is begon, die ze niet is een moeilijk. Thank you, Rich. Okay. Where were we? So, John Evans has been up on the 49th parallel for a year or so. He's met representatives from numerous nations from across the continent, and now, after a 5-year journey, he concludes painfully that it seems that there are no Welsh people whatsoever in the Great Plains. He probably felt, we can speculate that, he felt confused, angry perhaps, even if he had like a Yahoo search engine, he could probably have, discovered that the Elizabethan courts, after subsuming Wales into the British Empire, they used the mythology of Mad Dog that came from poetry, not from historical records. They found it an useful myth to perpetuate, to make colonial land claims on North America. But John Evans had no access to a search engine or a library. He was the most isolated European in North America. But he probably felt extremely let down by Iolo Morgannwg, the guy with the hair. Who knows what he thought. At this point, the Nweta people helped him complete his map of the Missouri River. And with the map and his investigation into the descendants, but the possibility of descendants of Mad Dog, that he now refuted. For the first time on his journey, apart from when he went back to Baltimore from Philadelphia, for the first time he decides to turn back, and he harnesses the great river systems of America again. He sails speedily down the Missouri, into the Mississippi, and if you combine these two rivers, it's the longest river in the world, except it's not, because it's two rivers. And he reaches St. Louis in a record 68 days, after spending years going against the current to the north. And his destination was New Orleans, the capital of New Spain. And off he went down the Missouri, down the Mississippi, into the swamps. And he arrived in the Spanish governor's house, which is now, these are the prices from 2012. Cafe Maspero. Anyway, he lived in the governor's house. He presented his maps. He presented his conclusion that there were no Welsh people roaming the Great Plains. He didn't bring a specimen of a unicorn. But he seems he was heartbroken because his reason for the journey had been a failure. Some people think he turned to the booze. Some people think the malaria returned. Maybe there was some cholera. But what we do know now is at the age of 29, in 1789, John Evans now dies. And this is a song concerning his death. the swamp. It pulls me and cradles me down. The heat destroys me. The deathbed foul. I'm not scared of dying. I'm only scared of making you cry. And I'm not one for trying. I'm just a tourist passing you by. I'm just a passenger waving goodbye. The road has no more turning. The yearning brings. We fall together. The attic takes. I'm not scared of dying. I'm only scared of making you cry. And I'm not one for trying. I'm just a tourist passing you by. I'm just a passenger waiting goodbye. So, he dies, but there is somewhat of a silver lining because he's buried in an unmarked grave in Lewis No. 1 Cemetery in New Orleans, where they shot the LSD scene in Easy Rider. And we can use this image to picture the funeral of John Evans. You can see Dennis Hopper is distraught. And Peter Fonda is there on the left, is reminiscing about his friend John. And in between them is Tony Basil, dreams of her future #1 hit, 200 years later, Mickey. So it's an unlikely end for a friend John. When I took him to New Orleans, people are asking, why have you got a voodoo doll with you? And I said, it's not a voodoo doll, it's a representation in felt of a loved one. And in any case,
within 4 years of his death, New Orleans fell to the Americans. John Evans's maps. But by the way, the resolution of this image was perfectly acceptable 12 years ago when they did this show, the film up here. His maps were passed to Jefferson, who passed them on to Lewis and Clark, and they used his maps to for the first year of the expedition to the west. So in following the myth of Mad Dog, it not only destroyed, the fake news of Mad Dog, destroyed John Evans. It led to the decimation of the nations of the northern Missouri. It possibly, you could argue that it led to the Iraq War. These were perhaps the consequences of misinformation. But in any case, but this is true. This story is a true story. In his pursuits of myth. Anyway, I've tried to conclude. Well, to conclude, I've tried to condense this story into one song, and it's from the perspective of a family member, maybe John Evans' brother or something like that, in a one-room dwelling on a mountain in Wales, with just a simple PC, waiting for an email, like on AOL or something, from John Evans. It never materializes. It's called 100 Unread Messages. I'd like to caveat this introduction with the fact that this song includes the most key changes I've ever tried to put in a song. It's a very long song, and I usually either remember the lyrics or the chords, but sometimes not both. Just huge thanks in general for staying this long into the set. Thank you so much. You set foot in America one fine October day, sailing into Baltimore and everything's okay. New buttons on your jacket shine like the brand new diamonds, listening in the sunlight, blistering my eyes. When it said that you loved me, I knew it wasn't true. I've worked 100 unread messages, but not a single note from you. You walked down to Philly, they taught you to make maps. They showered you in piety and pitied any lapse. So you walked down to Pittsburgh and waited for the world to rise. Set sail down the Ohio with a lost tribe on your mind. When you said that you loved me, I knew it wasn't true. I've 200 unread messages, but not a single note from you. As Hurricane Charlie was gathering pace, at night instead the violet, I saw pictures of your face, shining in the moonlight, glowing in the golden hour, whiffing round America, seizing every hour. When you said that you loved me, I knew it wasn't true. 300 unread messages, another single note from me. You left old Kentucky and sailed to the west, stopped in Cincinnati, dined with all the best, reached the Mississippi, took a nothing to Madrid, fell into a maiden's arms, malaria on her lips. When he said that you left me, I knew it wasn't true. I felt 100 unread messages, but not a single note from you. Up to St. Louis, Kaskaskia on the way, walking through the wilderness, sickered by the day. Imaginary volcanoes and reptiles crawl around. Your mind was baked just like a cake as sugar gathered round. When you said that you loved me, I knew it wasn't true. I'm running out of guitar at this point. I had 500 unread messages, but not a single note from you. Defected to the Spanish, you joined the mighty crown. Up the Missouri, flags were coming down. You traded with the Omaha, the punk and the Sioux, but missed the Los Paducas after all the ballyhoo. When you said that you loved me, I knew it wasn't true. I've 600 unread messages, but not a single note from you. Up with Amanda, you raised the Spanish flag, survived assassination, worked upon your maps. But the lost tribe was a lost cause, and you cried a silent tear, fled back to St. Louis and the familiar frontier. When you said that you loved me, but it wasn't true. I 700 unread messages, but not a single note from you. Down in New Orleans, the church bells they trill, the body of Don Juan Evans is staying mighty still. You annexed North Dakota, you surveyed by the stars, but here lies your body by these disease-ridden paths. When you said that you loved me, and it wasn't true. I've 800 unread messages, but not a single note from you. I've 700 unread messages, but not a single note from you. I've 500 unread messages, but not a single note from you. I've 500 unread messages, but not a single note from you. Minus 300, I've 100 unread messages, but not a single note from you.